Peace and blessings. In this video, I want to give you 5 tips to help you better understand the Bible, and I've also included a bonus if you watch till the end. The first tip is to read the Bible early in the morning. In Proverbs 8:17, when speaking of wisdom and understanding, it says, "I love them that love me, and those that seek me early shall find me." And Jeremiah 35:15 tells us that God wakes his prophets early to give them his word. And in Mark 1:35, we see Yeshua getting up before dawn to pray, with his disciples following him. So we should seek to walk even as he walked. Tip number 2 is to meditate on what you have read throughout the day. In Joshua 1:8, it says that we should meditate on God's law day and night. But I really love the way it is put in Psalm 1. Blessed is the man that walks not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor stands in the way of sinners, nor sits in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of Yahuwah, and in his law does he meditate day and night. So this tells us that we shouldn't just get up in the morning and read the Bible and then forget about it for the rest of the day. We should actually be thinking on what we have read throughout the day. This could also include listening to an audio Bible as you are going to sleep. Psalm 143 verse 5 says that we should meditate on all of God's work, and in doing this, we can get a better understanding of God through his creation. Tip number 3 is don't be afraid to ask questions. I like to say knowledge is in the what and understanding is in the how, but wisdom is in the why. So as you meditate on God's word throughout the day, ask yourself, why is it that God says what he says and does what he does? What is it that his words and actions are revealing to you about his nature? Tip number 4 is to come into obedience to what you read. Even if you think it is something that is done away with or obsolete, try it just as an experiment, because one of the things that we learn throughout the scriptures is that God's love language is obedience. It is the only thing that he requires of us, and although a lot of times we don't understand why God tells us to do something, we still need to be obedient. Now, we obviously can't keep the sacrifices and offerings, but we can do everything else. Tip number 5 is to expect to be tested on what you learn. A very helpful thing to know about God is that he is absolutely going to test you to see if you trust him. We see this in Exodus 16 when he gave the command to gather twice as much manna on the 6th day. We also see it in Judges 3 where he left certain nations to prove whether Israel will walk in obedience. And even in Matthew 13 in the parable of the sower, after the word is sown, the fowls come to devour the seed. So you should be expecting the fowls to come once the seed is sown. And if you are wise, then you will be on guard for them. 1 John chapter 4 tells us not to believe every spirit, but to try the spirits whether they are of God. So as a bonus, I want to give you a Bible study plan to get started on your journey. I designed this plan such that it allows you to test everything in the New Testament against what is written in the Old Testament. And I believe that in implementing these tips while reading the scriptures this way, you will come out with a better understanding of who God is and heightened discernment. If you decide to try this, please comment your experience below and let me know if this was helpful for you or not. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that these tips can help you in your journey to understand the Bible. May Yahuwah bless you and keep you. May Yahuwah shine his face upon you and be gracious to you. May Yahuwah lift up his countenance upon you and give you peace.